put everything I had into that shit, man. Yeah, but see, to me, that was a sign of your genius, you know? See, because it's not enough for a man to climb Mount Everest. You know, he got to do that shit with the least amount of tools. It's about the man, one man. One man and his skill. Like the samurai say, the sword is only as powerful as its master. And it ain't the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
I want you to imagine it's 4 years from now, and some team has, let's say the Spurs, you know, Victor Wembanyama. They're the best team in the league, and their backup center is Nikola Jokic. 4 years from now, Nikola Jokic is 27. Coming off the bench, they've got Nikola Jokic 4 years from now. And in addition to a prime Victor Wembanyama, the San Antonio Spurs have 2 or 3 other Hall of Famers in their prime. Now, why do I bring this up? The Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA championship in 1982. And that team featured Magic Johnson. As a matter of fact, Magic won the Finals MVP. And obviously that was still prime Kareem. James Worthy hadn't gotten there, but they had Hall of Famer Jamal Wilkes. And they had All-Star Norm Nixon. The backup center slash power forward, was Bob McAdoo, who 4 years prior was 26-12 and All-NBA. Why do I say this? I say this because I got into a Twitter debate, a debate with the fine folks, some of the fine folks at FYF Sports. And they made a post about Kobe, comparing him to LeBron. And they made the point that LeBron, during the 13 years encompassing both of their careers, wherein both of them were active, you know, obviously Kobe retired in 2016 and LeBron's career started in 2003. They make the point that LeBron won more chips, obviously, and won more MVPs, more finals MVPs. So their point was that LeBron dominated the Kobe era. And I responded to that by counting the number of Hall of Famers LeBron played with during that 13-year stretch and comparing it to the number of Hall of Famers that Kobe played with. And I actually stopped counting at 23. 23 for LeBron and 4 for Kobe. And what I did was I counted Hall of Famers, and I paid no attention to whether they were in their prime or not. Okay? Bob McAdoo, I believe, averaged 15 points a game coming off the bench that year. So you're trying to beat the Lakers, and Kareem sits down, and off the bench comes Bob McAdoo, who doesn't have to be prime Bob McAdoo for long. All he's got to do is spell Kareem, or whoever the power forward is. Okay, all he's got to do is spell, 8, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay? LeBron has a long history of refusing to play with young players. He gets them traded. And he would much prefer to play with established veteran players. And it is my contention that that is a cop-out, because Hall of Fame caliber players are still great players. Generally speaking, they are still great players as long as they're in the league. They are still great players. They just can't do it for 38, 40 minutes. You see, when Chris Bosh tapped the ball in Game 6 of the 2013 finals, when he tapped that rebound, that was Ray Allen catching the ball and knocking down that shot from the corner. That was Ray Allen, not Sasha Vujacic, Shannon Brown. That wasn't that wasn't Smush Parker. That was Ray Allen, 10-time All-Star. And while he may not be able to, defend like he did in his prime, and he may not, Ray Allen can knock that shot down in his 60s. Okay? So, I checked back on that, on that debate. Actually, it was a post on FYF Sports community tab, and as of several hours later, no one had anything to say, and because there's nothing they could say. I mean, it's common knowledge. LeBron James trades out his team, and it looks like it's getting ready to happen again. That bus is never late. But that got me thinking, and I remember I had started to do this video a few months back, and for whatever reason, I guess I just got distracted with other videos and other stuff that was going on in my life. But it just came to me when I realized that both MJ and LeBron James, in the case of MJ, half of his titles came during the 96 to 98 reign, and on that team there were 2 other Hall of Fame caliber players. Correction, actually, no, 3 other. 3, because, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, and Dennis Rodman. And so you'll hear, Dennis Rodman was washed by that time and whatnot. No, well, fair enough. But in spurts, Dennis Rodman was capable of getting 12, 15 rebounds. Okay? I mean, he did it a few times for the Lakers, actually, the next year. So what I did was I applied just a very strict criteria, and I just looked at the ESPN top 10 and went through and tried to discover how many championships these players won without a Hall of Famer, a second Hall of Famer on their roster. So without 2 Hall of Fame teammates, without 2 Hall of Fame teammates. And woe and behold, I'm just gonna sit that right there in your lap. It's not much else to say. Before you open your mouth about the 2020 Lakers, Rajon Rondo is a Hall of Famer. Rajon Rondo is a Hall of Famer. By the way, so is Dwight Howard. I wasn't even thinking about Dwight Howard. Rajon Rondo is a Hall of Famer. Rajon Rondo has led the league in steals and assists, 4-time All-Star, two-time champion, and was clearly the third best player on that team. Rajon Rondo's a Hall of Famer. Okay? I know you're not going to sit here and seriously say that Kevin Love is not on his way to the Hall of Fame. Kevin Love, like I said, Kevin Love, 26-13, was the first player to do it for like 12, 13 years. MVP candidate. Champion. So, certainly you do know. Okay? You go through the entirety of Bill Russell's teammates. Every one of those teams had at least 2 Hall of Famers. Magic, as I've said many, many times, Magic never won without Kareem. Kareem did not win without Matt. Well, Kareem won in 1971. Oscar Robertson, Bobby Dandridge. Okay? So I'm just really trying to figure out, if Kobe is not the GOAT, why is it that he's the only one of these top 10 players that can win championships with only 1 Hall of Famer? I mean, explain it to me. Now, this list seems to amplify a point that I've made. And that is that in these GOAT discussions, we tend to reward players that are the best player on the best team. Because there are players in NBA history that have won championships with only 1 Hall of Famer or none. I believe it's a mistake to look at the best player on the best team and say, oh, well, God, that's got to be the best player. Okay? Rick Barry took the 75 Golden State Warriors to a championship. Had no one on the team except, no Hall of Fame quality help except young Jamal Wilkes, named Keith Wilkes at the time. Okay? Dream did it in 94. Okay? And also in 95, even though Drexler was on the team. So it does happen. Dirk Nowitzki. Recently, Giannis. Kawhi Leonard's done it. So I'm here offering an alternative understanding and way to think of how to evaluate great players. To me, it's much more of an accomplishment to win in circumstances where your organization, your franchise has not put a tremendous amount of talent around you. It's much more of an accomplishment. And, those numbers kind of speak for themselves. Kobe Bryant's the greatest singular component to a championship team in NBA history.